Hi kids. So nowadays, plenty of people criticize our school system and how it doesn't prepare us well. But if you think that's bad, you should see the level of education in Peru. First of all is transportation. Many of you probably bike or drive to school. And if not, then you still have the old faithful school bus. Well, in the rural parts of Peru, having a school bus go through uncharted territory is not as simple. And contrary to what you may think, most kids can't afford a domesticated llama to take them there. So, instead of having your old and filthy school bus, many of these kids have to walk. Except for Juan. His family raises llamas, so I guess you might call him the cool kid. The distance itself is not just a few blocks. If you're not in a major city, you might have to walk 8 hours a day just to go to school and back. For you Americans, that's about 3.5 corn dog eating, root beer sipping, patriotic chanting, baseball games. And that's for those that even have access to education. In rural areas, only 66.7% of the youth has access to high school. Even worse, if you manage to complete your epic quest and reach the mountaintop, it's not as if the school itself is a prestigious establishment. As you might expect, the level of education isn't even all that, with the education requirement to teach these kids being minimal, and numerous teachers not even having a teaching degree. The teacher's salary is also minimal, with national average being 2,000 soles. So for those of you being like, oh my god, McDonald's doesn't nearly pay enough for my effort. Well, your minimum wage is more than that. So technically, you're making more than a Peruvian teacher. Furthermore, with a fifth of the country being in poverty, on top of everything, many kids just don't attend school. In secondary school, especially in rural areas, only 35% of girls finish secondary school. It's like being a college dropout hoping to become a millionaire, only instead, you're 10 years old and selling anticuchos on the street with your mom. I don't know if you remember well, but around 3 years ago, some COVID-19 virus came out, which in Peru only worsened the education, with conspiracy theorists destroying 5G towers due to speculation they created COVID. Larry, the 5G, it's shooting COVID back at us. Only 11% of people have access to the internet in rural areas. These caused the barely functional schools to shut down, pretty much ensuring that any level of education you could have was no more. And the anticucho business suffered too, only worsening poverty. In other words, unless you had the privilege of being able to attend and pay for a good private school, you pretty much didn't have an education for about 2 years. It's like that one kid who had to repeat second grade twice and likely will again, only the entire class is that kid. And probably the teacher too. So anyway, as you just saw, the education system in Peru is extremely flawed. Why did I make this video? I don't know, I just felt like it. Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm SamONella, and thank you for watching.